It looks good now. This is for real my last attempt. I've been on for 40 minutes. It hasn't been working this whole time. Hello. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. If it's not working, then I tried. Biggie, it's working. There we go. Are you sure? I think you're good now. Finally. You know what? I think I know. No, it's not. Because it was lagging on my phone. I thought it was because my laptop was like on low battery. I have it charging right now, but it's on 9%. But my phone is like at 90%, so it's not that. I think you're good now, finally. Yes, not just loading here. I have been MIA. Oh my god, congrats. I missed a lot. Yes, you did, Lisa. Brooklyn. Brooklyn, you said you had a 3-year-old? Noah had just turned 3 when I had Blake. That's like the perfect age. He was so helpful with Blake. He so is really helpful with him. He loves him so much. They do fight every now and then because Blake is a little firecracker and he's just like mean to him. He's a little bully. Um he literally like today he was like taking Noah's toys and he would laugh and run away with it and then Noah would start crying and I'm like, Noah, stop your crying. Just go get your toy back. um yeah, how is it having a toddler and a newborn? It's tough. I hope you have help from your parents, family members. I'm not gonna lie, it's not a walk in the park. But in the beginning, it's difficult. But once you find like your rhythm and a routine, it gets easier and you get used to it. Now that I have both of them, Blake is obsessed with babies. At daycare, I have like right across from me is his room, and there's like this big window where I can always look into. And I'm always looking in there, and he's always carrying his little baby like under his armpit, like this. And they have like this little rag, and he uses it like as if it was a blanket for that little baby. And they have like this little play car seat, and he'll stick like three babies in there and walks around with them. And today, my coworker, I didn't go to work because today's my birthday, and I was like, I'm not going. So, um, I dropped them off because I had to go do my nails, and at the place where I go, they don't allow children. One, because of the smell. Two, because kids just tend to run around. Like, I get it, and it's a place where you just want to go relax and stuff. So I dropped off the boys at around 9:30. Went to do my nails, and then I was gonna go straight to pick them up. But my coworker was like, "No, Blake is sleeping. Like, I can take them to you." Um, by the time I get out, and she got out at like 3:30. So she started. This is my boss. She started taking her baby to work. He just turned 5 months. She just started taking him to work. So she was coming back home with her baby, Blake and Noah, and Blake did not want to leave that car. It's the second time that this happens where he just does not want to leave the car because he's in there. He starts screaming. So I had to like tell him, let's go get baby Alexander a snack. And that's how he was able to come in. But he adores babies. I'm due end of October. When are you due? I'm due November 15th. But if this baby decides to come early like Blake did, I may have it a late October, early November baby. Oh. I think she's going to play mother hen and act like he's her little doll. That would be cute. I do. I'm engaged, thank goodness, and he's the most hands on dad. I'm so blessed. That's good. Oh, that's so cute. I look so cute. Hope all is going well. Thank you. I can't wait to see how she interacts with him because she's always kissing my belly, and she definitely understands that life's about to change. Aw. I kind of like mourn the fact that Noah wasn't gonna be like an only child anymore. I remember crying and like saying he's not gonna be my only baby anymore. Like for me, it was tough. Like thinking like, how am I gonna love another baby as much as I love Noah? But your life changes. She went to back. She went back to work so early. Goodness, in the UK, we go back after a year. She actually came back after 2 months, 2 months postpartum because she couldn't take it anymore. Like it takes a toll on you. This is her first child. I completely understood her. And over here, we have family leave, and it's not even the amount that you would get paid as if you were working full time. She was like, I need the money. I need to get out of the house. And her mom was home to take care of the baby. So she Um, she wasn't working full time in the beginning, like the first month. She was even now, like if she has to go, if he's like not feeling too good, if he's cranky, she'll go home. Um, what's it called? But in the beginning, she had a really rough time. I remember she was a few weeks postpartum and she walked into the school and she just started crying. Like she couldn't control it. Obviously, your hormones are going crazy because the levels are going down again. But she just, every time she would come in, she would just start crying. And it was only to visit, to say hi, to show us the baby. She would just start crying and she would just say, "This is hard. Like nobody can like prepare you for how hard this is." And I was like, "Yeah, it's not easy, but you love your baby so much at the end of the day." And after a while, like after a month of her being back, her mental state just got so much better. She wasn't crying anymore. She just, like I told her the other day, I was like, "You look so much better. Before you were constantly crying and constantly worried about everything." I was like that with Noah too. At first, I would sit there and like have these crazy, I'm sure I've mentioned this a few times, but I would have like these crazy thoughts at night, and it was mostly because I was sleep deprived and my hormones were driving me crazy. But after a while, you just, like I said, you get into a routine. My routine with Noah was to, he was born in March, so it was still freezing, it was still like snowing. But by April, May, I was taking him like on walks every single day. I made it a point to go to the park. I would go with him to the park and he would fall asleep there like for an hour. I would just sit, look around, people watch, and like just leave the house for a moment. It's important for your mental state. Mm, do you think Blake knows uh, what's about to come? I don't think he knows. He definitely knows because he tells me even right before bed right now. He was like, "Baby, lay in mommy's belly," and he goes, "Let me see." He lifted up my dress to look at my belly, and he'll rub my belly constantly. He kisses my belly. He's always he's such an affectionate baby. It's so cute. Little toddler. He's not a baby anymore, but he's super affectionate and he's always rubbing my belly and like putting his ear by my belly button. One time he was touching my belly button. He was like, "Does it hurt?" And I was like, "No." He's very aware. Um, will he be ready for baby Leia? I don't know. I know he's gonna be such a good big brother because at the daycare they tell me that when he hears another baby crying, he like runs to like get them what they need. If it's a pacifier, it's a bottle, he like freaks out. He can't stand like hearing them cry. They tell me that he freaks out and he goes and like checks on the baby. um they're like he's the only one that does this, so I'm excited for that. He's gonna love having a baby sister. Sounds like your little guy is ready for his baby sister. Yeah, can't believe mine will be 3 in 3 months. Aw. I know. I cry. Now I'm starting to cry for every like birthday, especially for Noah. I don't know. It's because I feel like he's my baby, but he's so big. Yeah, I feel bad for mothers in the U.S. because apparently there's no maternity pay, whereas in the UK, your employer pays our maternity pay as long as we worked for them over a year. My employer pays. I'm a male, and I get 2 to 3 months. Can't remember. Matt, why do you keep deleting? Um, Yes, we do get paid maternity leave, but it's not the same amount. I think it's like a percentage. You don't get the same amount as you are getting paid when you're actually working. I'm not quite sure. My boss told me I have to apply for it 15 days before my due date so that it rolls in once baby's born. Feel like you can't get into a routine until they're like 3 months or so. For the first few months, I'm just going to wing it. Yeah, 3 months sounds fine. It's tough, but you'll be fine. I haven't watched your streams in a really long time. I feel like I missed so much. Congrats, and I'm so happy for you. Thank you. I don't know why my messages keep sending twice. It's okay, Matt. Brooklyn. Blake's definitely going to be the best brother. Yeah, I'm excited. Aww. There were like almost 40 people in my last live. I'm sorry. So tomorrow, any updates on the boy's dad? Has he bothered to come see the boys? Nope, no updates. He hasn't bothered. I received my little child support debit card thing and I checked just for shits and giggles to see if anything was deposited and no. Nothing has been taken out of his wages. He did not pay anything, which I wasn't expecting him to. Hmm, that account is still at zero. And at this point, I think he's owing like 3 or 4 grand. So that's that. It's okay, Mai. You don't have to delete it. We already know something's happening with the messages. So tomorrow, I'm going to Florida with the boys. And I'm kind of scared because their flight is super early and I've never flown this early with them. No way. Isn't it a criminal offense to not pay child support? Or do they not take it that serious over there? In this state, I hear there's states where they will take your license away. Here, I think I've mentioned them before. My sister's dad was on child support since she was like little, and she's 25 at the moment, and he's owing over 20 grand. So that goes to show you that they don't really go after these people. Like they'll arrest him. He posts bail. He's out. They'll arrest him again. He works jobs that are like under the books. Doesn't have to pay anything. Last year, I think they took like 1,000 away from his taxes because he finally reported. And like these people just find ways to not pay. I don't think their dad knows that he's actually under child support at the moment because he's just not in the loop with anything. But I don't know how they're gonna take anything out of his wages if they don't know where he's working. Yes, they know their social, but I think not until he does or tries to do his taxes again that that's when like something may pop up in the account. I get full pay for paternity leave. That's good. That's so unfair on the women who have to raise these children and the fathers not stepping up. Completely unfair. I feel like you do. Yes, they intimidate them, but after you're like arrest them, they post bail, they're out. Arrest, post bail, you're out. Like it doesn't really affect them after a while. They don't really care. And my mom goes like constantly to the child support office, and they don't really do anything. Mm. So, like I was saying, I'm going to Florida tomorrow. I almost said I'm going to Florida mañana. Spanglish. I'm going to Florida tomorrow with the boys, and I'm nervous because I have a 6 o'clock flight, 6 in the morning. So that means I have to be there super early with them. It's just gonna be me and them in that flight, and we're gonna. My friend, she's taking a flight. My best friend is going with her daughter and her mom, and she's taking a flight that's like an hour after hours because we just couldn't find the cheap flight in her. We couldn't find cheap seats in her flight, so that's that. I'm excited to have. We're not going for long. We're going for. When is it? We're going for like 4 days. We'll be back Sunday. I'm like, I don't even know what day is it today. Today's Tuesday, but we'll be back early Sunday. I just want to go to the beach. It was just gonna be us two and our kids, but then her mom has never been. Her mom has never been to Florida, and her mom has worked for over 20 something years at a Hilton hotel. And she gets discounts, and in order for us to get the discount, she has to be there. So she told my mom if she wanted to go, and she was like, yeah, why not? I told my mom is a mess. Like, this is how frustrating she can get. Um, my friend who I'm going with, she has been traveling for years. She goes everywhere. She's the one that I've mentioned that has gone to Argentina, to Europe, to all over, to Costa Rica. She's been all over the place. So she told me, let's buy our flights now. Let's do one ways because they seem cheaper at the moment. And I was like, cool. Let's do one ways. Right now, I'm looking at um right now I'm looking at flights to come back on Sunday, and they're like 500 per person. They're so expensive. And my sister was like, if you want, I'm not going to my sister's. We're going to Miami, and my sister lives in Orlando, which is like a 3 hour drive. But she was like, if they come out cheaper in Orlando, I'll go over and I'll pick you guys up. And I was like, okay. So then I told my mom, I was like, look, I'm gonna go to Florida with my friend and her mom. My mom knows her since we were 13. Like we grew up together basically, and we're all like family. So I was like, look, I'm going with her and her mom is going. Do you want to go? My mom has never been to Florida. Well, she's been to Florida, but just not Miami. So I was like, let's go. And she was like, okay. So today I call her. I told her the details, but my mom is like one ear, not the other. I feel like I have to be like this. Are you listening to me? She has to repeat information to me so that I know for a fact that she listened to me because I feel like I'm talking to a wall when it comes to her. So today I call her early and I'm like, do you have your luggage ready? We leave early tomorrow. And she's like, we don't have a return flight. I have to come back Sunday. I'm not going because I have to go to work on Monday. And we're just doing this out of the whim and all of this stuff. And it's always like that. The same thing when she went to visit my sister in Florida. My sister bought her flights. She was putting one excuse after another to not go. Today she was telling me, oh, you're going on one flight, I'm going on another. And I was like, you're acting like you've never been on an airplane before by yourself, first of all. Second of all, we all have to go back to work on Monday, so we are all coming back Sunday. It's not like we're going to leave you stranded in Florida. Just making all of these excuses, and I wasn't like really going to deal with it. So I was like, okay. Like, our conversation was less than 5 minutes long. I was like, I told you all the details. I told you what we plan to do. If you don't want to go, I'm just canceling it. And you're going to have to pay the fee. So, since it was a one way, last minute, it was non refundable. And they charge a $100 penalty for canceling the night before. So, I told her this, and she was like, okay, I'll pay you for that. She would rather pay than, like, go on a flight by herself, which was an hour after mine. And just because we didn't have a flight back doesn't mean we're not coming back. We have to go back to work on Monday. Obviously, we're coming back. She's just like had me frustrated for a few hours today. I'm taking my daughter to Disney in December. Should be fun. Aw, she'll have so much fun. It depends how tall your daughter is, but she'll be able to get on like the teacups and the little kid stuff, but there's like an area where she may be like this small to get on certain rides. I took Noah when he was 3. Was he 3? I think he was 3, almost 4. But she will have a blast. Make sure you stay for the parade. A lot of people don't like it, but that's like one of the most magical moments for me. Especially when I took Noah, like I was almost in tears, like watching the the fireworks. Did I say parade? Watching the fireworks with him. Like it was so emotional for me for some reason. That happens at night around 9, I think. And I suggest if you are gonna do that, you find the spot by the castle early on. Which parks are you going to, Matt? I'm like a Disney junkie. I've been to Disney about 5 times already. Yeah, full pay for 2 or 3 months. What I got with my daughter. Nice. Sounds like my mom. Terrible. Am I still lagging? You guys are not really talking. I don't see why not. You legally are their full-time carrier. Care. What do you mean, Brooklyn? I don't know if I'm lagging again, but I'm not getting comments. I saw the one you asking, isn't it a criminal offense to not pay child support? Oh, I said, are you allowed to legally take the boys away now? Um, no, I'm not. I'm not legally allowed to do so. I have to go back to court and file for full custody so that I can do whatever I want with them. Go wherever I want, and not have to ask anybody for permission. Yeah, I went a few years ago, stayed for the fireworks, was cool. Went right before my daughter was born. Aw, she's gonna love it. Make sure you buy her ears. If you're gonna dress her up with like Disney stuff, they sell a lot of Disney outfits at H&M. It's cute, it's cheap, it's different. It's not like what every other kid has at the park. That's what I usually do with the boys. Like I'll get them little outfits at H&M and well, Blake hasn't gone to Disney. Noah has twice. Blake, he's still too little. I'm gonna wait until he's like 4.5 or 5 to go. Hey guys, what is there to do? Do any of you know what is there to do in Miami with kids? Our plan is to obviously go to the beach, but I don't have anything else in mind. I don't want to go to Disney with them. We're not going. It's too far from where we're staying. Don't know what to do. Like I don't mind being at the beach every single day for the 3 or 4 days that we're there. I don't mind it. But if there's like cool stuff to do with kids around the Miami area, then we can try that. Aw, I've been saving up to take my daughter to Disney for her fourth birthday. What Disney are you trying to take her to? The one in Orlando? Yeah, plan on getting her something to wear to Disney. Are you going to Orlando, Matt? And Brooklyn, which one do you want to take her to? Orlando? Here's the thing, Brooklyn. You can book a trip. I say, like, if you can do it, especially with her, that she's 3, she'll have so much fun. A week is enough to be there. Number one. Number two, um, it's better to stay in like a resort in the park because there's shuttles and There's just so much, it's easy access for you to get to the parks. So, what I used to do, this was before kids though. What I used to do was I would book a hotel. There's these hotels called All Star Resorts. There's so many resorts around the park that are like much better, but these were like one of the cheaper ones, and it wasn't even bad. Like I enjoyed it. You're barely in the room anyways, so it's just like basically a place to rest and sleep, and then you're off to the parks every single day, all day. So I would book my hotel, and I would book my entire trip a year in advance. You could do this. Um, or you can do it like months before. But I would always do a year in advance. I would book the hotel, buy the park tickets. You can do it all online. You can even look at it and like just play with the dates, play with the December is expensive because of the holidays obviously. But when is her birthday, Brooklyn? But yeah, I would book the hotel, I would buy the parks, and I think I would get the flights later on. I can't remember. But I remember for one of the trips I booked it like right there. Everything all together. And you can pay monthly. You can do monthly payments. It's so convenient, it's easy on you. Let me look. You have any Disney questions? I got you. Mm. I used to stay at the All Stars. I think it was Movies Resort or All Star Movies Resort. They're really cute resorts. They're kind of old school, but they have pools and they have a lot of things. So for the parks, when I went back in March or November, I think November was the last time I went. Each park was like about $100. It was over $100 per person, like 150. Even for children, it was like 145 or something. Okay, so I see the resort. Mm. Disney's All Star Music Resort. I never stayed in that one. They have Disney's Pop Century Resort. Those are all resorts that are like right next to each other. I stayed in the Disney's All Star Movies Resort. I'm looking at it now. Okay, check dates for like next year. I'm gonna put like my birthday next year. I'm gonna put a full week. Yep. Two adults, two children. You start paying for them when they're over 2 years old. I'm gonna put my kids' age, 2 and 5. Um, so for a standard room, which we've had before, it's 160 a night. from what I'm seeing. And another thing that people don't really do is that before you get to your resort, you can, or when you do get to your resort, you can order like water and snacks to be delivered to your room. They'll leave it at the hotel front desk. So let's say you plan on doing the 4-day ticket, admission to one park per day. I don't know how people do 2 parks per day with children. Even without children, I was never able to do that because that's just too much. Mm, it's actually really cheap right now. So for 2 adults, 2 children, hotel, 4-day ticket with admission to one park per day comes out to 2,555. I've seen it for a lot more, but that's without flights. But flights shouldn't be that like crazy expensive if you're buying it ahead of time. And if you pay it monthly, that's a little over 200 a month, which is not bad than like throwing the complete. Like if you don't have the 2,000 and change to pay up at the moment, 200 plus a month is not crazy. And it gives you time to also save up for the actual parks. I know someone who paid 11 grand to go. No, 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 no. Do not do that. That's people that will go to the expensive hotels. Like I said, you are not going to stay there all day in your room. You're basically there to just shower, go to sleep, go to the pool, and most of the time you're out at the park. Those hotels are not bad at all. I've been there about 2 to 3 times. And I would still, like, the next time if I do go to Disney and I go with the boys, I would stay in one of those. They're really cute. Okay, Matt, I see your comments. Dino Safari. That's in Orlando? Yes, Orlando. And the zoo. They also have a kids museum. Yeah, we're staying at a hotel by the park. Yeah, we're going to book a year in advance so it's cheaper. Been wanting to go since I was 6, but my mom could never afford it all. So I made a bucket list to take my kids. That's cute. My mom could never afford it either. I've never been to Disney with her. But the moment I started working, I was like, that was literally the first place I went to on my own. I mean, I didn't go by myself, but without my mom. And a trip that I booked, it was Disney for me. I was definitely like on my bucket list. That's not too expensive for Disney. Yeah, 11 grand is insane. And it depends how many people, but 11 grand is still a lot. Yeah, they stayed in the Disney hotels. It's a coworker and she's still paying it off. It's going to take her 4 years to pay back. That's insane. That's like a down payment for a car. More than a down payment. It was only 2 people? No, 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 no. What hotel did they stay at? Was it like in the castle? No, that's too much. Her and her husband, that's insane. Oh, you said, yeah, in Miami. Yeah, I met. Okay, so there's a museum. You said the zoo, which is, I would go to the zoo with them. She said what most of the money went towards was tipping everyone in the hotel. That's still crazy. No, that's insane. So that's what I'm saying. She booked an expensive hotel and you're like barely there. There's these beautiful hotels that are literally minutes away and the monorail is like there's one hotel, I forgot what it's called. I don't think it's a Grand Floridian. But there's a hotel where you take the monorail at like the stop, the first stop, you take it, and then the second stop, it's inside the hotel. I'm sure that hotel is like super expensive because all these people have to do is come out of their rooms, walk, and they go into the little shuttle and they're off to the park. But this one, the one that I usually stay at, there's shuttle buses and they come like every half hour or even more than that. And it takes like 5 to 10 minutes or less to go to the parks. It's so worth it for me. I would never pay 11 grand for two people. That's insane. They only went for a week, but I think 11 grand for only a couple is ridiculous, especially when you can get a family of four for around 2.5 grand. Yeah. With that money, she could have gone to Bora Bora, Fiji, and had like the best time of her life. Because I heard those places are really expensive. Or Maldives. That is just insane. Wow, 11K. Damn, going for a week and nowhere near that. No, I would never. I can't. I can't afford that. That's crazy. And if she's gonna pay it for 4 years, that means she can't afford it either. It's insane. She's one of those who doesn't spend her money wisely. I think it's because she doesn't have kids. Ay, ay, ay. It's gonna bite her in the ass. Smart mama. Hi. Well, guys, I'm gonna be on for another 5 minutes and then I'm out because I had to be up at like 3:30 in the morning to get these boys ready. It's already 9:30 ish. Yeah, 9:30. My back is killing me too. You look sad. What's going on? I guess I missed something. No, I'm okay. I'm just tired. It's 2:33 a.m. here. Go to sleep, Brooklyn. I forgot that you're over there and you're always up in the middle of the night. Do you have crumble cookie up there? Delicious. I don't think we do. Let me see. But I've been having the worst pregnancy insomnia. Aw. I get up every night around 2 or 3 in the morning for a little. Oh. How's your baby growing? Been a while. Baby's good. I'm gonna show you guys a bump again since I was lagging in the last live. Crumble. They have them. Oh no, they don't. The closest one to me is it's in a town that I haven't even like heard of before. It's like a 40-minute drive from where I'm at. I can't get comfortable either, even with this big old pregnancy pillow. I had the pregnancy pillow for the two boys, and I'm not doing it again. Like, that was such a scam for me. It did not work for me. I was always in pain. Wait, Carmen, when are you due? November 15th. Different cookies every week. They're bomb. Thanks, Matt. Hi, Carmen. I have two profiles, one of my iPhone and one more iPad. I definitely missed a lot, I guess. I did not know you were both tired. I guess I ship once your previous videos and catch up. Ready? Boom. Super round. This dress makes me look super wide. Child, I did not know you were pregnant. I am. That made me laugh. It's a girl. I didn't either. Surprise, guys! You should go watch my update. I think it's called Biggest Update Yet. Cute as bump. Thank you. I'm scared that she's gonna be a giant. I'm not tall. I'm 5'5". Um, but the dad is 6'1". It's not like massive, but he's pretty tall. And all of his siblings are super tall. Like his sister is like almost as tall as he is, and she's only 16. So that's scary for me. She's coming the 22nd, so she'll have the same B-day as my baby. When did you share? I did not know you're with the same person. Are there previous videos I can catch up on? Um, I feel like with boys you carry low. With boys, I was tiny. Like my belly, I had the cutest tiny bump with Noah. Like you could even tell I was pregnant from behind. This time I'm like, whoo, I'm 5'4". Are you with the father? It's not the boy's dad, but yes, I'm with the baby's dad. Ooh, look at me. I'm huge. My daughter was a big baby. She was 8 pounds, 1 ounce. Probably because I eat like a machine the whole pregnancy. I'm so scared. Um, Noah was 7 pounds. Blake was 8. So I'm terrified. And Blake was a week early. Also, is he a good one? He is. He's so good. The boys are obsessed with him. Every night when I put them to bed, they ask for him. Especially Noah. He's like, when is he gonna come home? Every single night. How's the house hunting? Not good. Not good at all. I've broken down a few times. I lashed out at the dad. I have lashed out on him like two times. I'm like, I cannot have this baby here. It's not his fault. Like, we are looking. We're even working with a broker. Like I told you guys, we're willing to pay a whole month's rent to this person. Like, you pay a month rent to the place, plus a month and a half, plus a month of rent to the broker. So we've been going that route, and she hasn't been able to find something that is good for us. Like, it's been a complete nightmare, and it's been 3 months already, or maybe even more. And I'm already this huge, and I don't want to be moving out massive. Even though, like, my boyfriend's like, I have so many people that can help us, and so do I. I have people that will like drop anything to help us move. It's not like I have, like I've said before, I don't really want to take anything from here other than our clothes and the kids' toys and stuff, but everything else I want to leave. But still, we haven't been able to find anything. How does this father compare to the boy's father? Well, he's not a dad yet. He doesn't have any children of his own. Um, but he loves my boys so much. He does so much for them. Like I mentioned, on weekends when he can't go out with us because he has two jobs. Over the weekends when we do have time to like go out, he goes above and beyond to like get us to places and make sure they have fun. And he's the type of person that like we went to the zoo on Sunday, and I'm the type of person that I like pictures. I'm like, let's take a picture here, let's take a picture in front of the flamingos, this and that. But he's the type that he wants a picture. Like, if there's a little spot to take a picture, he will ask them, like, say cheese, get with Blake, hug your mom. Like, he wants a picture everywhere we go. Like, he likes having memories with them. It's so cute. Yes, Blake drives him crazy every now and then, just like he does to me. But it's understandable, and I feel like they're doing good all together. I had a third degree tear too. Oh, is he nicer? More helpful? Yes, he is. I'm also house hunting. So stressful. I'm in a two-bed apartment, but I want a house. I feel so cluttered in here. Crazy. Yep, Matt. And it's so expensive. They want 3 months rent and a deposit, which is coming up to over 3 grand. Yeah, over here for the space that I need, I'm not even asking for too much, but because of the area that we're in, with a broker, it comes out to almost to over $7,000. Are you getting married? Yes, the market is horrible. If it were up to him, I think we would get married because he's mentioned it a few times, but I'm like, in this state, I do not want to get married. Move to another state, maybe. Right now, we can't. We spoke about it like a few weeks ago. He was telling me how he wants to move to Florida. Like I've said before, my sister lives there, and she's told me, like, she always told me every time she has a chance, she's like, come move down here. I can help you find a job. But I had a conversation with him a few weeks back, and we both came to the conclusion that he told me that the most he wants to be here is 3 years, because I made the point like how I have such a flexible job where I can take my boys and now I'll be able to take Leia. They're super understanding. Um, my doctor's office is like 5 minutes away. It's literally down the street. And whenever I have an appointment, I go to work and I'm like, I have an appointment at 10 or 11. I'll be right back. I go to my appointment. I take like an hour. I don't even have to clock out. Like, they're so understanding. They're like, go ahead. Just come back whenever you're done. If my kids get sick, which has happened multiple times, that Blake has like comes up with a fever out of nowhere, they tell me, go make an appointment, head out. They're not one of those people that or bosses that will tell you like you need to finish your shift and then you can go or like things like that. Not at all. Um, I can watch my kids. Uh, it's like I really love. It's sometimes it's tough. Like during this period, it's getting kind of hard because we're registering. This is like crunch time. And the end of August will also be crazy because this is when we're registering the most children. All parents are like rushing now when registration has been open since March. Parents are rushing now to register their kids for September. It's a process, and they all wait until the very last moment to do it. It gets a little tough when I come to that, but it's easy. I get to be with my kids all day. I love being with them. Like, they need anything, their teachers call me. I just walk into their classrooms. It's convenient. So then I told them, like, now we're going to have Leia. Daycare is super expensive. It's going to be tough for me to be going, like, from one place to another with the boys and now the baby girl. It's just easier. And I think we're going to be here for another 3 years in New Jersey. And then he wants to move to Florida. We'll see what happens. He's a dad. He has a baby in your belly. Oh, that has a healthy heartbeat. He is. And I just love how he's been so involved in this pregnancy. Like their dad, yeah, he was happy that I was pregnant, but my boyfriend, like, he talks to my belly every single night. When he gets home, he gives my belly a kiss first, and then he kisses me. Every night he kisses my belly goodnight and he talks to her and he just loves putting his face on my belly to listen and like to feel her move. It's so cute how involved he's been. Every time I have an appointment, he's there. He's super excited. He used to cry at my appointments in the beginning. He was always crying. So I can't even imagine when she's born. Like I can't wait for that moment. He's gonna be like a big baby crying. I just know it. He's a stepdad and dad already. He's going to be amazing. Wow, $7,000. I could cry. Yeah, I want to cry, but I want to move out of here. Do you want any more babies after Leia? I do not. And her name is spelled Leia, like Princess Leia. I do not want any more babies. I'm done. I'm all ready. Today I turned 31. I feel like I'm good. On his end, I feel like he mentions every now and then, like, oh, when we have another one, I'm like, slow your roll. I still have this one in my belly. Um, but I feel like once she's born, he already sees how these two are a handful, and it does become tough. Like he knows it's tough with two, but he comes from a large family. He has, I think it's 11 or 10 aunts and one uncle. Um, and each aunt has 5 kids. Most of them are boys. Each of them have like 5 boys each. Each of them has 5 boys each. And he's super close to all of his cousins, to most of his cousins. I've met a few of them, and they're all into the same thing. They're all about the same age. It's like the sisters made a pact or something to all have babies around the same time because they all range. They're all like in their early 30s, 27, 28, 29, 30. They're all around the same age. So he's grown up in that environment and seeing so these women like bringing up all of these kids, and he doesn't see it as a big deal. He's one out of, I think, with his on his mom's side, it's 5 of them. Ten. Yeah, it's 5 of them. Um, but on his dad's side, there's two that he met a few years ago. But he is okay with having more. I'm not. I'm done. And I think he knows. Like I've spoken to him before, and I tell him this is not easy. Look how hard it is with Blake. Is not an easy kid. Noah is a cake in the park. A walk in the park. Um, they always say like the first one tricks you into having another one, and with Noah, it's completely true because he is so peaceful. Every single person that like interacts with him, they tell me how sweet he is, how they will take care of 5 of Noah's if it were possible. But Blake, on the other hand, he's so funny and he has a hilarious personality, but he can also be a bit cranky at times, like any other toddler. When they don't nap right, when they're hungry, when anything bothers them, they get all crazy. He's in that stage right now, so it's a little tough. And he's hard headed and he wants to do his own thing. And he's fearless. He will jump off of anything. And that scares my boyfriend because we'll go to the park and he's like jumping off of stuff. And I'm like, it's okay, you'll be fine. I'm used to it. He's not. So he has no kids of his own. He doesn't. But we get to meet him. I don't think so. He's perfect for you. Breaking up with your ex was a blessing in disguise. What if your partner wants more babies? No. He will want another one. I can't. I cannot have another one. I'm done. My partner says gonna he's going for this snip as soon as this baby comes out. Good. That's good. Like why should okay, I'm like I need to go to sleep because I can't even speak anymore. Why should we be taking all of these things, putting these hormones in our body just because they can't get a little snip snip? I've seen this post so many times, and it says a woman could give birth to one child a year. A man can get a woman pregnant, can get multiple women pregnant within a year and have multiple children. So why is it that we have to take all of this medication when they can just have like a one-time fix? Men get the easy part. We've got to grow these humans for almost 10 months. I feel like this might be my calm child because my daughter is really dramatic. Mm, you'll be surprised, Brooklyn. Hopefully, this is your calm child. I really don't know what Leia's gonna come out like. Well, it was nice chatting. Gotta head to bed. Tired. Good night. Have a great rest of your week. You too, Matt. Thank you for coming on. I'm also leaving because I have to wake up in a few hours to take a flight, and I'm nervous about it. I hope I have a Noah. I hope you do too because he's amazing. So is Blake, but Noah is so easy. He's always been since he was, I mean, when he was born, he wouldn't sleep. He was waking up every 2 to 3 hours, which is normal. But he is so sweet, so gentle. Everything about him is like super calm. Sleep one, have the best time. Thank you. I may go on a live tomorrow. If my friend's flight takes a while, we may go live from the airport. So let's see, because I have to wait for her. I think she's like an hour behind me. Oh, so yeah. Thank you guys for coming on this live with me, spending time. Check out those 3 places I mentioned. Heard they are less for kids. Okay. I'll see if I look into them. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night. Bye.